California, SoFi Stadium, and what has become a really fun bowl game over the years, the Art of Sport LA Bowl, presented by Crump. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see, the Ball State Cardinals taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the James Madison Dukes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped on the 15. The Cardinals offense will have the opening possession of the game. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again, and it should mean something. You had the bowl prep, you got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Kinsey. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The run from the shotgun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Trying play action. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
How about this this defense coming out. You know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hairs on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
So James Madison's offense has the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. I'm sure you guys saw a great pickup in the backfield. 3-star running back gave a verbal last week. And getting good talent like this is really what programs at this level need to thrive on.
It's pivotal, Reese. And now you got a big commitment at the running back spot with those 3 stars. And now you start to build a class around him. Get everybody else excited. This is how you build a program.
On 4th down, going to the air. Finds him out of the backfield. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They go to the ground. He breaks a tackle. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
Finding an escape route. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the field.
You got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
The Dukes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Goes to the option. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Dukes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. Rides the back on the option to give. Touchdown, James Madison. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football team.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Dropping back, it's Kinsey. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it.
He's got it inside the 15, and he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it first and goal from the 10. To the air on first down. Lets it fly. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And that's just a bad job by the offense, picking up the blitz on third down. You should be expecting that. And running backs and tight ends and linemen got to know, we've got to give our quarterback an opportunity to make this throw. They couldn't get it done. Now they're facing fourth down.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. The give to the back. Turning it on! He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some movement.
He now has 53 yards on the ground for them so far, as his eyes set on that 1,400-yard mark. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. On the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. To throw, it's good. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, the receiver is going to hate watching film and watching that play back because that was a touchdown, and he dropped it.
Now rolling to the left. He's got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Quarterback keeps it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Dukes moving quickly to the line.
And I've never met an offensive player who said, no, we don't want to go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 is...
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Taking it the other way. Smashes through the tackle. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball back. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Cardinals lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the run, it's Robertson. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. He'll take a shot. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. That brings him to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the Dukes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's good. Looking for his man. Working on the right. Ran through the tackle and he's got room to run. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The sure hands, it's Hansen. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Dukes will have it 1st and 10. Lost to throw on 1st down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Complete to the left. Touchdown, Dukes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Durham. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Looking downfield, it's Kinsey. Here's a heat. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Power football with the run. Hard running there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Good right down the boulevard. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes with the return. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get an LA Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that is the case. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the finish of the LA Bowl.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things. In that first half, need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first. People get in the rhythm. You've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
Looking left. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got some room to run. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
How oftentimes can you say that there's a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big...
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The pitch to the left. Running into the open space. Got the first down and still on his feet. He's now up to 58 yards rushing in this one and well on his way to a 1,400-yard season. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Now on the option. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that 1st down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
Looking to pass. It's good. Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
It's just not the type of game this guy envisioned. Being in the 2nd half, being less than 50% completions, he has not found any success throwing it. A lot of that you got to give to the defense. They've been in the right place and they've made plays, but he's simply not had his best game today.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Unloads it left. He's got it and more than enough for a 1st down. And the Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but...
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Find some fresh air. Breaks into the open. The Dukes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Wide open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not really times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Back to pass. It's Kinsey. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Durham. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Here's the pressure. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He caught it! They will score! Touchdown, Ball State!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Looking for a man. It's good. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Dukes will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And they finally get to this guy. He's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around. And I think they got used to it in the first half. And now, if they want to win...
Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted deep in his own end. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. Third down, you're taking a deep shot. Because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Oh, what a move to get room. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Tight end now in motion. The give on the option. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. got it behind the line. It's Durham. There he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead.
29. James Madison, 21.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's good. He'll try to do it himself. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. We've reached the break. Ball State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down will open up the final period. The offense changing the play. They'll try to get outside. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. Good pickup on that one. And the Dukes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Steps away. Looking down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Here comes the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. A two-tier job for this offense. First, get the touchdown, then the 2 to try to pull even here in the fourth quarter. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And that's a big missed opportunity there. And sometimes it's just those small things. It's getting your feet set so you can throw the ball with good accuracy. A lot of times guys are open and you just rush it, you hurry it.
Driving for the goal line. Loose football. Defense got it. They're on the run.
Well, this defense is able to put out yet another fire in a situation late in the game, David, where they're up. Nice job and great effort creating that turnover.
And it's a great stop by the defense. They drove the ball down the field a little bit. But more importantly now, I gave the ball to my offense. You go finish this thing. We're up. It's late in the game. Now it's your turn to go. You put some points on the board. You take some time away. We can put this thing out of reach.
Oh, he's got some space. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Cardinals decide to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. To the air on first down. Lets it fly. And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target.
Lofts one deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 20.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Trying to get the corner. Turning it on. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's good. Into the end zone. And here's the third interception of the night.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Makes it past the marker. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose. He's at the top. Touchdown, Ball State. Great job by the back on the option.
And this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him.
You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more.
And for these two teams, that's going to do it.